Hey guys, so it's another day and another topic. Today I'm going to talk about tattoo removal and the most common questions I get asked. Before I get into talking about tattoo removal, if you want to be kept in the loop with what I'm up to or anything that we're talking about, please like and subscribe and keep up to date with what we're doing. So the most common questions I get asked with tattoo removal are, number one, does it hurt? Number two, how much does it cost? Number three, where can I get it done? Number four, what's the healing process like? Number five, does it leave any scarring? Short answer with question number one, does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts a fucking lot. The best way to describe it is if you are cooking something that's quite high in fat and the fats kind of comes at you and burns your skin. Feels like that to me. Everyone's experience is very different. I'm not saying this is what it would feel like for you, but it is definitely what it feels like for me. It's not a pleasant experience. There is certain things that you can do to make the experience more comfortable. Number two, how much does it cost? A lot of that is based on the clinic or studio that you're going to and the size of the tattoo, the location of the tattoo, how many sessions you're going to need. So there's quite a few variables that need to be taken into account. Now, that would be a discussion that you would need to have with the laser clinician. I can speak from my experience. I've had a 3/4 sleeve taken off. I only needed that like one session on that because it was a grey wash tattoo and I was covering it. I've had a shitty little tattoo on my leg done twice now. That was done by an apprentice, so there was a bit of scarring left from the machine, and I've had that done twice and it's barely budged. I had the big colour scene on my chest done once. Again, that didn't move too much because it's yellow and purple and yellow, purple, greens and blues. It didn't budge too much, to be honest. I've paid $150, $200 a session. Yeah, and that's usually one session and I'm good to go to cover it. But anyway, way too many variables. Best thing, book in, see a clinician, and have a quote and take it from there. All right, now, number three, where can I get it done? Pretty much just answered that in question two. Obviously use Google, is probably one of the best resources. Word of mouth, so if you have any friends that have been lasered, tattoo studios in your local area. If they have laser clinicians, jump on Instagram, check out their work. That's usually how I've found tattoo removalists. In a sense, there's this one branch over here in Australia, which is Mike Driver. Mike Driver's lasered a few of my tattoos in Melbourne. Here in Sydney, I'm going to one of his proteges, which is Trolls. Now, I'll put links to those guys in the description. But they're awesome, affordable. They tell you how it is. They're not going to sugarcoat stuff, as I've said. But for your local area, Google it, tattoo studios, and use Instagram as well to check out people's work, pre-procedure and post-procedure, and healing as well. That's really important because if you see someone's jacked up work where people have their tattoos removed and they're covered in scars, do not go there. This is, especially if you want to completely remove it, you want to make sure you go to someone that knows what they're doing, is not going to bullshit you just to get your money. And then if you're going to fade it as well to cover it, then again, you only need a couple of sessions based on what the actual tattoo looks like. If it's heavy black or color, grey wash usually comes out quite quickly. A lot of my tattoos are black and grey, so they do come out quite easily, which is good. The tattoos that I'm about to have lasered are just some shitty tattoos, and then one on my back as well, which is all got to go to make way for new tattoos. So I'm doing the bare minimum to save money, obviously, pain, and just there's no point. I don't want to put my body through that if I don't have to. So talk to people that are in the know and do a bit of research. All right, number four, what is the healing process like? This will really vary. Sorry, my throat is, I woke up not long ago and my throat's a bit, the healing process varies and depends person to person. Again, I'll speak on my experience, and typically directly after the procedure, your skin is quite tender. It almost feels like a really full-on sunburn. And for me, that pain and discomfort has usually lasted that day, and then the following day to 2 days after, my skin just feels quite tight, almost again like sunburn, and how that's healing. The main things that I really try and do before, directly after, and post procedure is really look after myself. Get a good night's sleep the day before. Make sure you're eating well. I don't think enough is said about how we look after our bodies. If you're heavily tattooed or if you're getting body mods, eat some fucking salad, eat some vegetables, drink some water. Your body really appreciates it, especially in the healing process. I don't think enough is said around that. Look after yourself, and that'll help your body to heal the damage that you're doing to it. So I had a great night's sleep. I usually have a great night's sleep before I get any procedure done, whether it's a body mod or a tattoo, piercing, lasering. On the day, I'll usually try and eat really well, have like my brekkie protein smoothie. Depending on the time of day it is, of course, I'll make sure that I eat quite healthy, and I'll drink a lot of water. Directly after the appointment, if I am quite, last time I got my whole chest done, I was in quite a lot of discomfort, and I did take painkillers, just to really help relieve the pain, because it was the middle of summer. It was the worst time to possibly get it, and yeah, it was very very uncomfortable. So painkillers really helped me in that situation. So again, just drink lots of water. Also, you're gonna feel post like you've got a head cold or a flu almost, and that's dependent on the person as well. But every time I've been lasered, I felt like I've got a cold or a flu. So I 100% just keep eating healthy, keep drinking water. Don't go drinking or using substances or whatever you do. It's not recommended. Look after your body. It can't be said enough. You want to do these things to yourself. You're changing your appearance. It comes at a cost to the body's, to your immune system, to your body's filtration system. So look after yourself. Pardon me. Last most common question I get asked, number 5, is, does it leave any scarring? I've kind of answered that in other questions, but there is a few variables to that. One being the life of the tattoo, how old it is. If you get a pretty new tattoo lasered, there is a potential that it could scar. The person who did the tattoo, which is if it's an apprentice or a very seasoned tattooer that doesn't leave any scarring and just deposits pigment into the skin, then obviously the colors or pigments that are used as well. For me, blacks and grays, or for everyone, that usually comes out quite easily depending on the density of the black. Blues come out relatively easy in my skin as well, but then you've got like yellows, reds, greens, those sorts of colors. They just don't budge in my skin whatsoever. So all my tattoos that I've had lasered so far have been performed by a seasoned tattooist, and that also have a bit of life behind them. They have had absolutely no issues. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, there was some blistering afterwards, but absolutely no scarring. And they were quite old as well. I think my tattoos have ranged from being 5 to 10 years old. There is the one tattoo on my leg that I've had lasered a couple of times. Now that was done by an apprentice. That has scarring. And that was kind of inevitable. I shouldn't have got it done by an apprentice in the first place, because I've taken a very long time to kind of curate my tattoos. I've been tattooed by famous tattoo artists around the world, and yeah, it wasn't a mistake. It was just something that I should have thought about a little bit more, and I've now been lasering it to get rid of it, but it is scarring, unfortunately. So again, subjective to the pigments used, the person who did it, the life of the tattoo as well. Also, the condition of your skin, I guess, is another big one. I don't go in the sun. I live in Australia, but I hate the sun. It's too hot and too bright, and I've spent way too much of my appearance to fade my tattoos. So yeah, again, go in, see a laser clinician. My advice is within a tattoo studio, and have the chat. Tell them as much information as you can. Who did the tattoo? How old the tattoo is. They're the two main things as well. If you go out in the sun quite a lot, just try not to go in a few days, like try not to go in the sun a few days before is what I would always do as well. Just avoid any chance of you getting a sunburn, and look after yourself. Drink lots of water, have lots of fruit, vegetables, good night's sleep the day before, and fingers crossed you have a nice smooth journey like myself. I am getting lasered in a couple of weeks, so before I post this video I will add a little couple of updates to this, and just so you can, I guess, see how I prep my skin, or I'll tell you how I pre-prep my skin. And I'm not gonna video myself getting it done because I don't like the look of my face when I'm in pain. And yeah, I will down the line I will upload some videos or photos on my, actually I won't upload photos, upload some videos with the process, and also updates on my new back tattoo. But I will chat to you guys soon. Good morning, YouTube. Today is day I'm getting the tattoo in my back and my ears lasered off. I'm doing my back so I can make way for a whole new back piece. I haven't been lasered in a while now, so I'm a little bit nervous about the pain, but I've got some numbing cream, so I'm about to jump in the shower and have just open up the pores of my skin so I can get this numbing cream on about 2 hours before my appointment. So I'll do what I usually do, which is I apply the cream, I cover it with like a cling film, and leave it on for a couple of hours, and then as I get to the appointment I'll take it off. That usually helps to just numb the surface layer of the skin. Doesn't completely kill the pain, but it takes a bit of the sting out. I'm also getting my little ear tattoos lasered off because I want to put something different in there. I'm gonna get those taken off today as well, which I'm super excited about. I got those tattoos in LA years ago, and ever since I did it I've absolutely hated them. So it's been about, oh my god, I think about 10 years coming getting these tattoos lasered off. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm not gonna video me getting the tattoo lasered off, because I don't want anyone to see how the expressions of my face. Alright, so I just sort of give another little update. I'm just in the process of getting my Berkey smoothie ready. And just had a hot shower, and I just prepped my tattoos to get lasered off. So I quickly show you guys what it looks like, I guess. So it's pretty much just my ear with the numbing cream and the cling film over the top. It's been recommended before that that's how I do it, and it's worked before, so I just keep doing the same method of about 2 hours before. Have a hot shower, put the numbing cream on, and cover it with cling film. So I'll just sit at home now, I'll do some editing, do a couple of jobs, and yeah, I will patiently await my appointment, and then just before the appointment I'll probably top the cream up because it does absorb into the skin naturally. So I'll probably top the cream up in about an hour or so, and then when I get to the appointment I'll take the cling film off. I'll take a paper towel with me as well, so when I'm just in my car I can, when I pull up I can just quickly take the cling film off, wipe it off, head straight into the appointment, and get this thing going. All right, I'm just about to drive to the tattoo studio to get my lasering done. I've topped up my numbing cream.
I am, however, feeling a little bit under the weather. I woke up this morning feeling a bit dehydrated and a bit of a sore throat, which you can probably hear in the way I'm talking. And I don't know, I thought it was just because I woke up and I've had a coffee and I've had my brekkie smoothie and I thought it'd be better, but I'm not feeling any better. So unfortunately, I think I'm getting a bit sick. I was in a conference all day yesterday. Sorry, in a conference room, in a meeting all day at work yesterday. One of my colleagues had mild flu. So, so this should be an interesting healing process. I will probably get sick, but anyway, I will keep you guys in the loop. All right, I am just a few minutes away from the studio and my nerves are starting to kick in. I think no matter how many times I get tattooed or no matter how many times I get lasered, I'm still really nervous about the process. So yeah, wish me luck. All right. So I'm literally just out of the studio. I walked in there 15 minutes ago. He was running a couple of minutes late, literally in and out in a few minutes. That's the saving grace to this process, is it is very, very quick. So we did my ears and we did the tattoo on my back. Ears literally take about 5 seconds. To do my back, it literally took about 30 seconds. The tattoo on my back was much bigger than a hand-sized tattoo. So yeah, very quick, which is absolutely amazing. So again, everyone who's watching this video, if you want to get a tattoo removed, a shitty tattoo, whether it's to cover it or completely get rid of it, I cannot recommend it enough. As much as that really hurt, 100% get it. It is real worth it. Life's too short for shit tattoos. Catch you soon.